Some people have written books, some have a great look that covers some magazines for kids who are 17. But I don't know what to do, staring into the blue sky and just waiting for a sign. Some, they are certain of what awaits them when it all ends. But I don't know what will happen to me. Will I be remembered in a century? Or will I be forgotten like dust in the wind? Or the talk of the town that we are living in? Well, I don't know, I don't know. How could I know what lies ahead of me? Am I part of a grander master plan? Will I be washed away like lines in the sand? Some people that put their faith into someone who's half their age, reading from a torn out page from a book filled with lies. But I don't know what to do. I'm staring into the blue sky and just waiting for a sign. Some, they are certain of what awaits them when it all ends. But I don't know what will happen to me. Will I be remembered in a century? Or will I be forgotten like dust in the wind? Or the talk of the town that we are living in? Well, I don't know. No, I don't know. How could I know what lies ahead of me? Am I part of a grander master plan? Will I be washed away like lines in the sand? I don't know what will happen to me. Will I be remembered in this century? Or will I be forgotten like dust in the wind? Or the talk of the town that we are living in? I don't know what will happen to me. Will I be remembered in this century? Or will I be forgotten like dust in the wind? Or the talk of the town that we are living in? Well, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. How could I know what lies ahead of me? Am I part of a grander master plan? Will I be washed away just like lines in the sand?
Hello, just got back from a really nice walk this morning, all three of us, and it was really nice. We got up pretty early, went for a walk, and then had some breakfast. I intended to take pictures of all of our meals, but that didn't work out. I told everybody, okay, take a picture, send it to me before you start eating. And when the plates came, it was out the window, and we started eating. So I took a couple pictures of some empty plates, and that was no good. So but breakfast was really nice. The whole morning was really nice. We don't usually do this, especially so early in the morning. We intended to get up early so we could catch the sunrise, and then the sun rose, but it was behind some clouds, and it wasn't very clear out. So but it was nice nonetheless, just to get out, early morning walk and a nice breakfast together as a family. So I think today I'm just gonna putz around the house and do a little bit of crafting.
You came out of nowhere that first time. Said you were too tired to walk the line. I said, then hold up, precious. I can be a goldsmith, and you a nomad or a tailor, and we don't have to follow the rules. Oh,
For this pattern, I needed to work 9 consecutive rows. I call them building rows whenever I don't do any increases or decreases or any type of shaping of any kind. So I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to the left of this stitch marker. To the right of the stitch marker, I count 1 row up. That's where I start. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But so this is where my stitch marker ends, in this ridge here. And then I'll sort of run my fingernail through this channel here and run it all the way up to the seam, and this is my last stitch, right? This is where my, let me get this out of the way. This is where my stitch ends, and this is the first stitch of the next round. But if I look all the way down here, this is where my round originally started. And if I look, not sure if you can tell by the camera, but I'll kind of use this line as a gauge, and if I draw it straight up, it actually brings me to about here. And so if you've been crocheting for a while, you know that crocheting, if you're a right-hander, will lean towards the right. If you're a left-hander, your crochet will lean towards the left. And this is how many stitches my my crochet is leaning. It's 2 to the right. So I'm gonna stitch 2 more additional stitches to get me to my original start point, if you will, so that I can even up the rounds. And the more rounds that you build, the further off your lean will be. So by right now, this is where my original is, and I'm using this line as a guide. Right now it's pretty aligned, and I'm pretty happy with that. Let me just use that line as an extension, and there we go. So whenever I do my building rows, as I'm calling them, I will do this, and then I will start my decreasing, because that's usually how most patterns will work. They'll increase and build. So these are increases, and then we build to build it straight up, and then start our decreasing. So this is where my new starting point for my next round will begin, from this point on, for my decreasing. She's a little bruised over there.
Oh, too much makeup.
Yeah. She got punched in the face. Little carried away there, Gayle. Now I gotta make the other cheek match. Oh, she's got dark skin, that's why. So I need to make it stand out. Good morning. I think it's been a while since I've popped on. But I wanted to share with you what I finished last night. And it's this super cute little strawberry mouse. And this is by Valerie on Etsy is where I found her. So super cute. I have her arms pinned down just because her arms tend to kind of flare out. But one thing that I sometimes do, which is a great tip, is I sort of, with the same idea of wet blocking, instead of flat, I wet the pieces that I want to sort of block, if you will. I will wet it, saturate it, and then I'll pin it into place and then just let it air dry. And then it helps to keep it somewhat down instead of floating out. So I plan to wet block this, saturate the arms and then the surrounding areas, like this joint area where it's attached to the body. I will saturate that area as well as the entire arm and just let it air dry, and then it helps. It doesn't really fix it all the way, but it does help the arms from, flaring out too much. So that's what I'm gonna do today. But this is all done from yesterday, I think. Maybe it was a 2-day project, I can't remember, but I really, really love Valérie's patterns. They're so super adorable. But while I was making this one, I thought to myself, you know what? The pattern is so simple enough and the shapes are so simple, the design. And I thought, you know what is great for simple patterns like this is plush yarn. So I was like, I want to make another one of her patterns, because the pattern that I bought actually contains 3 characters in one pattern, which is a great purchase, I think. And I'm gonna make my next Valerie pattern in, I really love velvet yarns because they're so buttery, velvet smooth against my fingers, and it's just, it feels really nice working with. You'll have to excuse, my kitchen's always on the clean. So yeah, I'm starting on my next project, which is this Fripon. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but it's Fripon the Little Carrot Bunny. And here she is, so super cute. And I've started her last night, and I just finished as far as I could go this morning, and this is what I've got so far. This is her hat. Now normally I don't do clothing or accessories until after the body is done, but I was limited on how much orange yarn that I had on hand. I wasn't sure I'd have enough for the body. Like, the body looks like it uses more orange yarn than the hat does. So I thought, okay, I'm just gonna make the hat. I wasn't even sure if I would have enough yarn to make this. But I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna make the hat and see how it goes. Well, this is what I have left. It's not much of anything. And then instead of this kind of skin tone color, it's kind of an off-white, really super light beigey color. I'm gonna make her a white bunny. So I've got my white Bernat baby velvet, white Bernat velvet yarn, because this is the Dollar Tree's Premier Yarns Just Chenille yarn, which is like velvet. And these two are somewhat similar, but one of them is thinner. I can't remember which one. One of them is slightly thinner. So in order to compensate for that difference, I'm gonna have to go up a hook size for the thinner yarn, whichever one it is. I think it's this one. I think this is slightly thinner than the Dollar Tree Premier Yarns Just Chenille yarn. So this one I used a 4, I believe it's a 4 millimeter, the 4 or 4.25 millimeter, the 7 hook. And then this one I'm gonna go up to the, what is it? The G hook, the next blue one. I think it's a 5 millimeter. Anyways, yeah. So I'm working on that so far, but I'm gonna have to go to the Dollar Tree store because I don't have enough of this orange to make her body. So even if they don't have this color, but they have another orange color, I'm gonna go with that. You know, with my perfectionism, usually that would bother me if the top and the bottom are different colors, but it doesn't because this one I noticed her top and bottom, she's supposed to be a strawberry mouse, right? The top and bottom are slightly off. They're not exactly matchy-matchy. So I'm like, okay, well, if that's not matchy-matchy, why not the carrot be off? It doesn't have to be matchy-matchy either. So I'm like, okay, well, if I get a different type of orange for the bottom of her body, that's okay. I'm cool with it. Like I said, normally the perfectionism in me would be like, I don't like that. But now that I've seen it in the pattern and it's okay and it looks fine, I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'm cool with it too. So yeah, I'm super excited about seeing the final project in velvet yarn. I mean, you could also use other plush yarns like the blanket yarns or the, what do you call them? Chenille yarns, chenille, blanket, velvet, all those plushy yarns. Yeah, these patterns are gonna look so uber stinking cute. And then also, whenever I work with plush yarns, for some reason, I feel like I don't stuff as firmly as I do with the acrylics or the cotton yarns, because I feel like if I were to overstuff it or stuff it too much, I feel like the fabric's going to stretch out and be misshapen. So I noticed, for me at least, I have a tendency to understuff as opposed to firmly or overstuff my plush yarn amigurumi. Let me know if that seems to be what you've observed as well. If you normally work with these type of yarns, but you dabble in the plush yarns, I mean, that just seems to be my natural tendency. When I just stuff, I was like, oh, I better not stuff too firmly because it's gonna stretch out the fabric. I haven't tried stuffing it firmly. I'm just like, oh, I don't want to. I'm too scared. Yeah, so that's that. But now that I have my white yarn, I'm going to start on the ears and the head and the other body parts. But later on today, I have labs that I need to do. Right now, I'm kind of hungry. So my tummy's about to roar any moment, but I can't eat. I have to fast for it. I have to do cholesterol testing. And for that, you know, you have to do fasting. So all I can do is just drink water, and then I hope to go to the nearest Dollar Tree to that lab, check out their supply and see if they have this yarn in an orange, which I don't expect to find. I went online to see what kind of colors they have. This is no longer in stock. This is, I believe, discontinued because I couldn't find it on Dollar Tree's website nor Premier Yarn's website. So they have different orange colors. But not only that, you know, whenever you go to the Dollar Tree, well, at least in my case, my experience, my Dollar Trees don't really have that much yarn selection. At least the Dollar Trees near me, they don't have much of a selection as far as yarns. So that's that. And then they might not even have this particular yarn. And then they might not even have the orange color yarn that I'm looking for. So I have two Dollar Trees I have in mind to go to today. One near my lab that I need to go to shortly. And then when I go to pick up Miko from school, I can hit up the Dollar Tree nearby there and check out their supply, because I have a feeling I may not be able to find it today. But if that happens, then the body will just have to wait until I can find an alternative for the orange body. But I just wanted to share that with you. So I started working on the ear, and I started with white with the intention of making the entire ear white. But now that I think about it, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to make the inside of her ear pink, and then the outside is the skin color, which is white. So I think I'm gonna have to start with the pink. Yeah, I think that would look super cute. So inside pink ears, and then the, you know, her fluff is the white. So I'm gonna have to go check out my stash for some super light pink. I don't want it too bright, because I don't want it competing against the rest of the color of the bunny. I just really want it subtle, if I can even find that in my stash, because I really don't have that much variety in my plush yarn stash. So let me go check that out right now. I think I got lucky and I found this Bernat Baby Velvet in this super light pink color. I think this will work really nicely in my bunny ear. So I'm gonna go back to my project. Hi, just got back from the lab and I got my loot from the Dollar Tree. I found some stuff and I'd like to share them with you. So I got these metal shapes basically. I got them for their shapes. And what I intend to do with these is I've been watching this Instagrammer, or a couple of them actually I follow, that I think they use acrylic, or you know, those cheap felt sheets, not the good wool ones, I don't think, because I don't think you'd be able to do it with wool. But what he does is he puts like these galvanized metal shapes onto, like, say 2 layers of felt, and then he runs his soldering iron around it, and what it does is it seals the 2 felt sheets together and it creates the shape, but it's sealed, so you can actually stuff the inside and you end up with a stuffed shape like this. I could make a house, I could make tags. This, I thought I could make like a little flower character maybe with some arms and legs, and a cloud character with arms and legs. I thought that would be super cute just to play around with. I mean, they're $1.25 each, and I thought that'd be something. I always watch him and I'm like, I want to try that, but I never can find these metal things, and I don't know where he gets them from, but he has all kinds of shapes and things. And I tried following, like, if he had a link somewhere, but if they have a website where it's in a different language and I can't understand while I'm shopping, then I can't really purchase. So yeah, so I couldn't purchase however which way he gets his metal shapes from. But if you know of a place that I can shop where they have all different kinds of metal, they're just thin metal, all different kinds of shapes, let me know, because I'd be interested, especially if I really love doing this. And then I know that some of you have mentioned and recommend using those hair curler thingies that you find at the Dollar Tree. I finally found one at my local Dollar Tree. I haven't found them, but I finally did, and I'm curious. I might take it apart and see what's on the inside. I'm assuming it's some kind of wire that's attached to plastic pieces at the end, but I just want to see what, you know, if I'm going to be putting this into my creations, I want to know exactly what's going into them. So I'm going to experiment with this and let you know how I like it in comparison to my current favorite doll stabilization method, which is the heat glue gun sticks. So that's my current favorite. And then I came across these, which I thought would be super cute to be fun to paint, and it could be part of my props for when I take pictures, or just to put around the room for decorations or whatever. You know, as crafters. And then I have books everywhere in my studio, but I only have like 1 set of book ends, and I wanted to get another set, and I finally found some at a decent price, because you know me, I love shopping for the right price, and it just says inspire, which is perfect for what we do on this channel. At least I hope. And then let's get to the good stuff. So I did find the orange. Well, it's not the same orange. So I found an orange, and this is still the same yarn, which is Premier Just Chenille, but this color is salmon. And the one that I have for my bunny carrot is this is mango, which, as I mentioned earlier, is, I believe, discontinued because I cannot find it anywhere online. But look, it goes pretty well together, I think, in my opinion. And then and then here's the pink for the inside of the ear, and then some white, and I think it's gonna be perfect. So yeah, I'm really happy with my find. But again, I've mentioned it before, usually when I shop, I usually buy only one skein, and I believe for this particular project, because of the size of it, I think it's small enough. This should be good enough just for the body itself. So I bought one skein of each colorway that I'm about to show you. So I got salmon, and I don't believe I have any of these colors except for maybe white. This is oyster, which is like a really light peach, I would say, is what I would call it. And then this is pink, which I do have a pink, but I don't think it's this pink, which I really love this color shade. And then I found this, which was a really hot mess in the bin, and I couldn't find another skein of it. But this is Premier Just Chenille Medley. I did see this online in Premier Yarn's website, and it's just the same yarn, except it's got like I don't know, mottled look to it. Hopefully you can see. It's not a solid brown, and this is not a solid blue. So this would be great for like jeans texture, I think. So whenever I find yarns that look like this, like it could be for jeans, I always pick it up because I love making clothes for my people. So I got this brown, which I might use for another one of Melialine's projects. And then, so I can't tell you what colorway this is. I'm guessing brown. I'm pretty sure I can check it up online. And then this is navy. That's the medley one. This is also another medley, and this colorway is burgundy. It's got that same speckled mottled look. Then back to the solids. This is the regular Just Chenille, and this is mint. I believe I might have had this color before. This is not the same as this one. This one is Bernat Baby Blanket, not the Premier. And then I have yellow. I believe the yellow that I have in my current stash is a brighter yellow, I think. But again, this might be used for a future Melialine project, because currently I am really enjoying making her pattern in this velvety yarn. And then this is hibiscus. It doesn't show up on camera. It looks more red on camera, but it's more like a hot pink color. It's probably because my lighting is on the yellow side. And then I have the basic white. And lastly, this is light mauve, which is like a purpley. It's I think a warmer purple, which I really love. As soon as I saw this color, I was like, oh, I've got to grab that. So pretty. So yeah, this is my whole entire stash, and I'm super happy with what I found, especially the one thing that I went there for. I got so many other things, especially this color, and I cannot wait to get back to my little bunny character. One more thing I forgot to show you. I took this out of my bag, I don't know why, and then I put it in my studio, but now I have it and I wanted to show you because it's so super cute. And it is Peeps lighting, like fairy lights, but Peeps. So super cute. I cannot wait to stick this up on something, my shelf, my wall, table, or something during Easter time. I think this is so super cute. But anytime I buy something like this from a dollar type of store like Dollar General or Dollar Tree, I'm a little skeptical as far as quality, so I hope that it lasts longer than just 1 week. You know what I mean? It's $5. I'm hoping it'll last years, is what I'm hoping. At least 5 years.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side, our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. You and I, we got it. We don't need no more. Even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm. Before I sleep, hear the crickets, see the moon, side by side and through. No limit to what we can do. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.